Hi and welcome to my channel. This is Simulate with Jadesola, and again today I'm playing Sims 4, which is no surprise since I have tons of pre-recorded Sims 4 gameplay to go through. So in this particular gameplay I recorded myself using Basemental Drugs. The idea was that I would play a scenario of basemental drug, but for some reason I just could not really figure anything out, and everything was like all over the place, and so I eventually gave up on that. But I just wanted to share the video because one thing one thing I almost did this week, or well, since my first upload that made me stop uploading completely, is that I was thinking of giving up on this channel, like giving up on this idea. It suddenly stopped making sense to me why I wanted to even have this channel to begin with. Because while editing, I discovered too many problems and too many things, and all the things I discovered discouraged me a lot. So if this is your first time watching my video, which it probably is, this is a fun first video to watch, and I'm actually happy this is your first video with me. But yeah, back to the video. So I had my semi plant, what am I supposed to call it that YouTube is going to be okay with it? Plant weeds. And the idea is that he would sell these weeds. Like, I gave him everything he needs to start a weed selling business, even though I know they are not all weeds, and I don't really know much about drugs anyway, so we're just going off whatever. And the also very crazy part is that my narration never fits the gameplay because it is pre-recorded. Okay, one thing I've realized through the editing process is that pre-recording your gameplay is actually a terrible idea. It's best for you to create your audio live while you are playing the game. So why do I have many pre-recorded games without live audio? Because majority of time when I'm playing any games at all is because I'm introverted, and probably there's like a number of people around, and I just need like to be my own world and a distraction. And honestly, I am also a writer. Why am I putting honestly before that? I'm also a writer, so if I'm to be sitting in silence, I would rather be writing over playing video games. So it feels like if I'm going to have to record a live audio to my game, I would need to have a quiet environment, have everything laid out, a microphone, everything I don't have. It would mean that I won't be able to even have this channel if it's not going to be convenient, because now it has to be like this very serious thing I'm doing. And one thing I did not want myself uploading, myself gaming online, becomes is something that would be a lot of work, because the truth is I have plenty other stuff I'm also doing, and I do not want to, I won't say I don't put all my eggs in one basket as if I actually hold a basket. I do not own a fucking basket. And if the sims are sounding weird, it's because I sped up the video, because I know that my narration is not going to match the gameplay, so I won't have you watch something that will take forever and you won't get proper narration too. And now the gaming itself is kind of like the background noise, so now it's going to welcome the welcome wagon. And if you're new to this info, the welcome wagon is just like your neighbors greeting you for moving to a new place. If you move to a place and you don't have neighbors, you probably will not get a welcome wagon. So it's very privileged actually, but it's not so necessary. You can always cancel it anytime. To cancel it, just click on the timer. And to find the timer, where welcome wagon is written, there's a circle around it. If you put your mouse almost to the center of the circle, you'll be able to cancel the welcome wagon. So yeah, of all the things here, I would say is Johnny Zest. Johnny Zest is like the only person I recognize, and the reason why I was so interested in him even interacting with his new neighbors is because I was trying to like get potential customer for him, which did not work out. Like I said, I could never, maybe because I only use base game. Oh yeah, the thing about my gameplay is that I only have the Sims 4 base game. I've been playing the Sims 4 for 200 plus hours now, only using just base game. It has been interesting, say the least, but custom contents have been really keeping me going. Like they've been the reason why I've not been bored out of my mind just playing with base game. So with that out of the way, I've forgotten what I was going to say. Well, I was thinking that basemental drugs, selling drugs to people, making rich very quickly. I mean, some of the aspiration was stating having a high amount of simoleons. So I was like so disappointed and also like confused about how to make him get to the part where we'll be making a lot of money. But till the end of this, I could not figure it out. Like everything was a bit very frustrating to me. I wanted him to like get high and stuff like that. Maybe even get alcohol from the bar, but even that too did not work out. So there was just there was just a lot, okay? And originally the most, I don't know if it makes sense thing to do would be just delete this gameplay. Obviously there's nothing to show for it, but then it's the same thing, the same mentality as to why I wanted to like give up on this channel as a whole and just delete it if that's like possible. It's because it was also sounding as if it makes no sense. It does not make sense. The audio does not match the visuals, and it's just a random girl exhausted from overworking herself shouting in everybody's ear just because they clicked on her video on YouTube. Like nobody deserves that, but at the same time I don't know, okay, I'm low-key enjoying this stuff. I know it's kind of sick, but I'm very aware that I will not be the only human being that enjoys sick stuff like this. So yeah, that's the only thing that's keeping me going. And also hope. I am very obsessed with hope. I don't know why I have an obsession with hope, but I would have given up on a lot of things, a lot of time, lot time to come. In fact, at a point I wanted to give up because of my voice, because I was worried about my accent and how that would translate to people that do not really understand my kind of accent too. But even that, hope still kind of prevail. So because I'm somebody who have hope more than anything else, I would continue doing a lot of rubbish like this and push it with hope. And maybe that's stupid. It's looking as if it's stupid, but I'm going to continue anyway. And maybe this would be just my secret. I don't even want it to be. That's the crazy thing. I do want to through gaming help people, which kind of sounds weird, but this whole thing was also weird too. Nothing worked out in this gameplay, and I've even lost some footage of me really struggling with this gameplay. But anyway, this was me having an idea to play Basemental Drugs using base game, and it did not work out. And this is me uploading it to the world to say it was very frustrating to try and enjoy using Basemental Drugs with just base game installed. I don't know the correct pack to use Basemental Drugs with because I've never owned any packs, but if anybody who has owned any packs watch this video and somebody randomly click on this video, maybe you can advise them better in the comment section. So now I'm just going to try and narrate and be like, oh, he's trying to meet with his potential, should I say Stella now? You know, there's always like a drug lord in all this drug business. But for some reason, the sole points of the conversation did not even lead me to any reasonable progress at all. But I do like his eye color and his dark hair and the cap. It's really giving somebody that is not of this world, and it's in a way can be tied to someone that you would be like, yeah, this person would have some really good, I would call it mushroom. I do not know enough about drugs, okay? I don't even know why, so I can't say, oh, I don't know enough about drugs because of this or that. And this is not me trying to turn this whole thing into a, because I don't even know who's watching this video, so I can't even turn it into a. But I did struggle a lot to enjoy this gameplay. Like, I just wanted to have something of myself using a look. Okay, I'm going to talk about Wicked Dreams now. For people who are new to The Sims 4, and not just new to The Sims 4, new to using mods in The Sims 4, and even if you are not new to using custom content, probably just never heard of Wicked Dreams, even though it's like very popular. Or maybe you don't just watch video related to Sims 4, and for some reason you're watching this video, which is like, wow, okay, wow. Anyway, Wicked Dreams is kind of like the adultifying Sims 4. Okay, it has a lot of adult content, so the entire point is to enable adult content into your game. But then when you enable adult content into your game, I don't think you can just upload it on YouTube for entertainment, fun, or out of whatever reason I'm uploading this messed up video for. So because you cannot do that, to now see a fraction of that type of content that do not really necessarily have the explicit form of it to it, that just have the, I don't know, the drugs part of it, I felt, ooh, it should be able to give me like a fun gameplay, like something that would entertain me. And to be honest, the only thing that kept me going throughout this gameplay was the frustration I was getting. It's difficult to sell drugs. Like, why? Is that really how it is in real life? Is this really simulation of reality? Is it really difficult to sell drugs in reality? For someone that, well, I'm trying to imagine myself as a potential customer and someone is trying to sell me drugs. I probably would not have any money to buy it with anyway. And if by some miracle I do happen to be able to afford it, I probably would only take it out of curiosity and then never take it again, and then tell stories about that one time I took it for the rest of my life, and that would be like the peak of everything. Anyway, so now instead of buying drugs, is building a intimate relationship with this. Gosh, I feel bad for myself for no reason at all. Doing something that has nothing to do with selling drugs, I was able to raise a bit of money. Then I decided to just start furnishing my drug empire resources, and till the end of this video, that is all I did there. Try to, well, now I'll switch to drugs, try to weed my weed to weed me money. But then if I happen to still have the extended recording of this gameplay, because honestly it went on forever, and at the end of the day I did not finish that aspiration. I did not finish any of the Basemental Drug aspiration, and I don't really just want to be like, it's because I played this in base game. It probably is, but then at the same time too, it was almost feeling impossible. It was unnecessarily difficult. So I do not understand if that's also a base game problem. So yeah, at the point I have everything. I'll show you like a preview of what this looks like, but that's where the fun ends, because after I made sure I got all the plants I needed and then the equipments and everything, I then mined them, I then dried them, I then made tobaccos. I think that was like the peak thing I produced the most. But guess who was smoking all the tobacco? Him. And guess who wasn't even sure how to package the tobaccos? Also him. Okay. And guess who did not know how to figure out how to get a customer? I think eventually, after like forever, I was able to get one person to be my customer, to be like my regular customer. But then the person only wants one type of weed, and it was just like, so I was trying to like convince this one customer, at least I have one, to do something else. But then the interaction would not even unlock. The interaction would not unlock. So then if I want to talk to a new person, I would have to be like very close to them first, and then the interaction might not even unlock. And even when it unlocks, it just might be like they're not into weeds, they're into drugs instead. And at the point, it was just feeling like, and then also the money the person that was buying from me was paying me was almost nothing. Okay, the pay was shit. But I was guessing maybe we are still building relationship here. Maybe over time the pay will increase. It was just like going to take forever, and I guess I was getting very bored and frustrated, and like it's probably because something is missing. But then the one thing about Basemental Drugs that really vexed me, because not every time I want to play like a scenario with Basemental Drugs, sometimes I really just want to have it there for the sake of it being drugs. But the one thing that Basemental Drugs that annoyed me, that it promises that you'll be able to get alcohol from the bar, but for some reason I'm guessing that's not a base game feature, because my sim is never, not even dazed. Like my sim don't even get dazed. The only thing I get is like I don't know, an addiction or infection or something, and I don't even care about that. Okay. Well, I guess this is me trying to like just build my planting empire in my backyard and everything. And honestly, there are some base game builds that I do enjoy, especially the smaller one, especially the one in this particular word. Yeah, now I forget what the word is called. As if I have more than 3 words to play with, from Willow Creek, Newcrest, and this is. Yeah, I know I'm not going to remember. It happens to me a lot. Whenever I'm recording videos, I just lose brain cells. So bear with me as I delete my brain cells, because I would not remember this till the end of the video. So the small builds in this particular word is like my favorite small builds in all of the builds. Even after renovation, it's just okay, fine. Now there are stuff on the empty spaces. Okay, cool. I don't really care much about the renovations and stuff. Anyway, I wanted to like have him working because we really needed this money, so I was cheating his needs away, and I was not picking his boyfriend's car, because the truth was the relationship escalated. Okay, it wasn't supposed to get that intense that quickly, and now he's more of a writer than someone who sells drugs. Now, would I play Basemental Drugs again? Yes. Am I even thinking about playing Basemental Drugs again? Yes. But will I play it again using base game? Probably not. Obviously not. Maybe not. South, east, west. Yeah, I'm still making myself laugh. That's a bad habit that's not permanent with me. He came out. Oh, you missed him. Your boyfriend was at the door. Anyway, if you're hearing any background noise, just know it's like 1 a.m. and there should not even be background noise, but there is, because I live in Nigeria and we have something called Olode. Okay, in English that means watchman, I think, or vigilante. I am unsure which best describe them, but it's just to keep criminals away from thinking everywhere is quiet and it's dark, and they can now like invade people's privacies and people. So it's weird that I'm talking in the middle of the night when stuff like that is going right outside of my window. But when else will I express my deepest frustration using custom content? This is for, or should I call this modes? Are they different? Are they all custom content, or is it only custom content when it's for build and buy, and when it's for creative scenes? But when it's for gameplay, it's just mode and not custom content. I feel like custom content just mean it was customized for the game, aka a mode. But I use so much mode. Gosh, I use too much mode in different games. You would get to know me better by the time I'm done with this Sims 4 marathon, and I'm showing more of my character as someone who play game. And I'm very sure it will just be terrible audios like this. So if this is your thing and you watch this video to the end, watch another one. If you can watch this video to the end, you can definitely watch another video of mine till the end, and I would be very, very grateful if you do that, because I'm really trying to build this channel despite whatever that might be. I'm really trying to build this channel. It's my open dream that this channel will grow. And thank goodness I am not the type to edit my audios, because so everything is making it into the video. Me coughing because I'm constantly sick, and this is what my voice sounds like when I'm stressed and tired and still talking in the middle of the night after working almost 10 to 9 hours today, and as early as I think 7 I have to let's just not get into my life. So thank you so much for watching, and and let's just forget about this gameplay. Do not use Basemental Drugs if you only have custom content installed. That is my genuine, honest advice. Bye. I cheated. You're going to see the gameplay of me fucking cheating. That's why I have all this fund and all these resources. I fucking cheated because I was frustrated. So thank you.